As far as protest action taken by inmates is concerned, there are two incidents that stand out in my mind. One concerned the men in H Division, which was very near in proximity to A Division, and at night we used to hear them calling out. And on one occasion, I woke up in my single cell very early in the morning, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and the men in H Division were banging their metal wash basins on top of their toilet bowls. And of course it echoed throughout the jail. And there was a guy called Paul Hetzel, and he was calling out, "Hey, you toffs in A Division, this is Paul Hetzel in H Division. We've got a bang-in going." They were having a bang-in to protest about conditions and ill-treatment and brutality. H Division seemed to be a very busy place at the time that I was in A Division. There was always some kind of kerfuffle occurring there. In some ways, H Division was used as a means of political control within the jail. Rebellious prisoners were sent there as much as offenders against jail regulations. Another example of protest action of a type occurred in A Division in relationship to what we called the observation cells. It was incredible, really. It was an open cell, completely empty except for a shit bucket, and there was no privacy. There was just these iron bars going from the ceiling down to the floor. It was more like a cage in a zoo. And any prisoner who was ill or had become emotionally unbalanced or who might harm themselves in some way could be tossed into this observation cell. It was obviously worse than being in a normal cell. And on one occasion, I forget what had happened, I think somebody had just gone nuts, and they'd been wailing day and night, and it was very disturbing for everybody in A Division to hear, you can't get to sleep, you're hearing this crying and wailing, and this bloke ended up being put in the observation cell. He needed treatment, not just being dumped in a cold, empty zoo cage like that with nothing but a shit bucket, no bed or anything, no blankets, because they reckoned that, he might hang himself with blankets. And anyway, I think it was Irvin Weiss, and he took the initiative, and him and Archie Butley and Donnie Thompson and Tommy Donald and a few of the others and ourselves, we got together and said, look, this man has to be let out of the observation cell. It's just not right. This wasn't a premeditated campaign or anything. It just happened spontaneously, seeing this guy in the observation cell. I don't think the political prisoners played a leading role in that. I think Tommy Donald or Tommy and Irwin may have approached the chief of A Division, and anyway, as far as I remember, that bloke was moved from the observation cell. I presume he would have been taken to G Division, which was the hospital cum psychiatric unit in Pentridge. But he should never have been put there in the first place, and he was there for a couple of days, as I remember it.